Hey, my name is Jefferson from the Immigrant Hustle, and today I want to talk about a very important subject, which is selling. Why selling is important and why every single person on planet Earth, and especially every single immigrant, should learn how to sell if you want to take your life to the next level. And of course, you guys can see it's Christmas season of love. I have my beautiful tree in my house. And but guys, yes, like I said, I want to talk about a very important subject, which is selling. It is something that you already been doing since you were a kid, but I want to make sure you understand why selling is important and how it is important, so you can obviously take your life to the next level. Perfect. So if you want to look at the definition of the word selling, guys, it is the ability to persuade somebody to give you something in exchange for something else. So you persuade somebody to give you something, or you go ahead and trying to convince somebody, and in return they give you something else back, right? So if you want to put it that way. So the reason why it is so important, it is something that you've already been doing, by the way. So it's not like I'm convincing you to go do something you're not already been doing. But in our society, the way people look at sales, the way we look at salespeople, we tend to feel like they are crooks, right? They have what we call amateur salesperson, somebody that's just after making money. But we also have what we call a professional salesperson, someone that is there to solve problems for people. So obviously they can make humankind better, right? So if you're looking at everything that we do on a day-to-day basis is selling. If you go to a job interview, you're gonna have to do some type of selling to convince the employer to give you a job, right? If you want a girlfriend, you're gonna have to convince that girl that you are the perfect guy for her, so she can obviously go ahead and get in a relationship with you, or give you something else in exchange, whatever your goal is at that point. So selling, it is something that you do from the moment that you wake up on your bed to the moment you go back to sleep. You are selling, right? You are convincing whether you should wear this beautiful dress, whether you should wear that black shirt. You are doing some type of selling, whether you're doing it with people or whether you are doing it with your own self, because you have to make decision. You have to convince yourself on the food that you gotta eat. That's selling, right? Because you have to make some type of decision, right? Say, hey, listen, should I eat maybe pastas today? Should I eat maybe burgers today? But you have to do some type of selling. So why it is important, guys, if you want to take your life to the next level, you want to learn how to do it this time, please, professionally, because the world will always have problems. People pay others when they can solve problems for them. And your job as a salesperson is to solve problems for people in exchange for money, in exchange for something else. So you provide value for someone. They have a problem. It's like you going to the doctor. You tell the doctor, hey, listen, you know what, man? I have a headache. The doctor gonna tell you, hey, listen, how long this headache? The doctor gonna ask you some questions, right? And how long you been having that headache? Where else? How long ago? 2 weeks, 3 weeks, or any other places that's hurting you? Blah, blah, blah. They're gonna find the problem, then they're gonna provide a solution. Now you might be thinking, oh, he's a doctor, he's not selling. Pimp, I'm sorry, doctors are the greatest salespeople on planet Earth. They do it every day. Their job is easier because they can tell you, if you tell them, hey, I wanna think about it, the doctor might say, hey, listen, you wanna die? And eventually no one wants to die. Of course, then you end up making a decision and go get all those tests they're gonna prescribe you, blah, blah, blah. So selling is something you want to do. Guys, if you wanna become a doctor, if you wanna become a lawyer, how many times you go to a doctor and then, they don't have enough clients, and then you go to another doctor, they have a lot of clients. You see lawyers are struggling just because they can't build their clientele. They can't get enough clients, because maybe they don't know how to solve problems for people. So even if you are a lawyer, you understand laws and everything else, you still need to learn how to sell. You want to become a nurse, and maybe you want to work in the top hospitals in, America or in New York. You're gonna have to go to that job interview and explain to them and convince them and persuade them why I am a freaking banging nurse and why you should hire them. So don't think that the fact that you are a nurse, or the fact that you are a lawyer, or the fact that you are a social worker, you're not gonna have to sell. I'm sorry to tell you, you are gonna have to sell. So whether you wanna go, you wanna have a career, or you wanna have a 9-to-5 job, whatever position that you wanna be, guys, you need to learn how to sell, because this is what's going to differentiate you from being an amateur and from being a professional. right? So you want to learn how to sell. It is imperative that everyone should learn how to sell, because guys, if you have an idea, right, and you want to sell that idea, you're gonna have to sell it to the world. If you take like an Apple product, if Steve Jobs was not able, it was a great product, if he was not able to sell that, that idea to the world, to convince the world it was a great idea, we wouldn't have any iPhone today. So again, Steve Jobs was great at the technical stuff he can do, but he was also great at selling his idea. If you take Mr. President Obama, he's a freaking phenomenal guy, but he was not able to convince the population to vote for him, he wouldn't be able to become president. So you can look at every single industry, guys. If you want to be, how many times you meet a lot of great artists in the subway, and for some reason, these guys are not on television. People don't know them. Why do you think so? It's not because they're not great at what they do. It's because they cannot sell to other people that they are great artists and people should definitely listen to their music. So whatever you want to be, whoever you want to become, guys, you're gonna have to sell. So I'm encouraging you that you go ahead and pick up a book about selling. You go ahead and learn the basic about selling, because in any field that you're gonna go, you will need this piece. To me, this is a weapon that everyone should carry. The ability to learn how to sell, everyone should know it. And if you do that, guys, if you have that skill, I promise you, your life will be better than a lot of other people, because it's a skill that we all need. And I'm even shocked that they don't even teach that in college, where those teachers are selling you any other dreams, but they're not selling you how to go after yours, how to become a great salesperson so you can chase your dreams, so you can do the things that you want out of life. I hope this really convinced you guys, and you'll go ahead and pick up a book. If you need any type of book suggestion about selling, any books you should read about selling, please do me a favor, leave a comment below. I will be more than happy to answer your questions. And of course, guys, I wish you a very, 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 very Merry Christmas and a freaking banging 2019. And of course, don't forget to share, like, and subscribe to our channel. I'll see you soon. Thank you.